How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another first impressions video, and oh yeah, what can I say? Jack Wolf knives. And this is the new model, the Lowdrag Jack. You know how they come packaged in the tube. The animation, the wonderful animation, a retro, taking us back to Miami Vice, back in the, what was it, 80s, I think. Fantastic. Yeah, you know, it comes with the pug, the microfiber, and of course with the slippy. So, but I want to focus on the model. This is just one of those patterns that are so hard to get in when you look for this pattern in traditionals. You look for a GEC, you look for a case, and you know, this pattern just really, teardrop pattern just never comes up. And when it does, it's they're just well, you know how the secondary market is, and it is fabulous that we are experiencing all of this with the Jack Wolf brand, with this different materials. But not only that, well, we get, as you know, the titanium construction, the carbon fiber or micarta inlays, and different carbon fibers. It's just really fantastic. And but this time around we get S90V. I don't know, I hope you guys can see it right there. And just this whole idea, just this whole concept of modern traditionals. But before I go on, and here I have the 5 models. This is the 80s model, the dark matter in yellow, and I'm not going to be precise because I'm gonna forget. This is the micarta, black micarta. This is what, green storm, I think, and this is the Miami carbon fiber or fat carbon. And those are the 5 models available. And the blade is a spear point, but a thick, a fat spear point, a fatty, and it's just so lovely, right? Isn't it? And I keep on talking, and I wanted to get to the specs already. Let me put this aside, and we'll use this one. And so we have 7 3/4 of an inch. The blade length is at 3, and the cutting edge is at 2.5, a bit over 2.5 inches length. Let's go with how much do they weigh? Ounces. Here we go. 2.30 ounces. How about the micarta? 2.27 ounces, just a wee bit lighter. How about thickness? These, by the way, these are just a tad harder to pinch grip. Not really, but in contrast, in comparison with all the other Jack Wolf knives, this is a bit the one that's a bit more difficult, but still can do it with any problems. Just, and of course the action in all of them is fantastic. There you can hear and see the walk and talk. Let's see, inches, stock thickness 110 thousandths, and behind the edge this is just it dials 0. So but I heard Ben mention that they're at around 10 thousandths behind the edge. A hollow grind, a beautiful hollow grind in all of them, and it just keeps getting better and better. But give me a sec, and I'd like to read to you all of the models that the patterns that we have available right here. And so fat carbon, dark matter yellow, this is it. And the dark matter carbon fiber is like marbled, like shredded, so it's pretty different than the fat carbon. It's gorgeous. I really like it. It will depend on the combination that you guys choose, what colors you like better. But I really enjoy and like this fat carbon, dark matter fat carbon, and crazy sharp. Walk and talk, perfect. Black micarta, I don't know which is my favorite. I think the natural micarta would be my favorite, and then the black micarta. It depends on some days. Some days I'm more like, I prefer the black micarta, and some other times I prefer the natural micarta. I also like the green one, but my favorites are the natural and the black micarta. And then we have, what is it? The jungle wear fat carbon. Just a beautiful piece. Walk and talk. And I hope just the colors get across. It's beautiful. And the shape of this spear is just fantastic, just augmented towards the 3/4 of the blade. It gives us that wider belly, and man, am I excited about this one. This is the Camo Carbon Miami. And I thought when I saw these, all of these patterns, these models on Instagram, I thought this one was going to be the one that I would like less, and I was totally wrong. I love this Camo Carbon. It's really something very different, and it's just so shiny and captivating. Walk and talk, perfect. And last but not least, this is the Camo Carbon 80s. So as to, well, yeah, Miami Vice, 80s, of course, right? And let me use, well, let's do some comparisons, because I haven't done comparisons. And here we have the Huntsman, and let's get a closer look. Check that out. So that's the Huntsman. Okay. Here's the Sage 5 Spyderco. Great EDC blade. And there you can see the size, the width. These Jack Wolf knives are just a joy each and every month to receive one of them or all of them. Here's gotta clean that a bit, the Rat 2. And so I've fallen for this, for the traditionals, for slip joints. Let's see the width. Absolutely fallen in love with these knives. And two more. Here we have the Folkneven GFK, I think it is. It's a gentleman, no, GPK, gentleman pocket knife. Or also a gorgeous knife, different, but well, there you have it. It's a liner lock, kind of a thick boy. And last but not least, I wanted to compare it with the K9. And why? Because their blades are similar. And as you can see here, how it just really reduces the blade towards the hill, and dramatically reduces the blade, so that the impact of that belly, of that width, is even greater. But I want to measure that belly and see, because 79 thousandths, okay, more or less. And then here at the thickest, 77 thousandths. So this one seems to be thicker. Let me see, 78 thousandths. The K9 seems to be thicker, but it's the effect of the reduction towards the heel that makes it look even wider. That just so that you note that it's there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just a play of geometries, right? Lovely, lovely. And I can tell you that these two are in my top of Jack Wolf knives. Both of them. I love these two models. Well, I'll talk about those, my favorite models, once we complete, I don't know, perhaps 12. And I just wanted to show you the portability. As you can see, and if we put it with this lippy, just like that, very comfortable, very, very comfortable. So, which one did I choose? I chose the green jungle. I didn't have a green, and so now I do. The fat carbon jungle wear. That's the one I chose. So now I have green. Anyways, what do you guys think? Which one would you choose? I was surprised by, there we go. I was surprised by, well, the quality. You know, one of the things I admire that Ben is doing is how constant the quality is in these knives, and just really enjoying the patterns, the materials, I would love to see sometime in the future a K390 blade, which I already told Ben about it. So great steel, patinas nicely, and but which of these models would you guys choose? Difficult. And like I said, you know, I thought, and this has happened periodically with the different patterns. You know, I think I'm gonna like this one less, and when I have it in hand, oh man, it's cool, and just that carbon fiber comes, the colors just come out shining in different ways that just captivate the eye. So that's it. This is the Lowdrag Jack by Jack Wolf Knives. Professor EDC out.